How's it going, everyone? Will with Atlanta Excellence here, and this video is going to be on cancellations. So, cancellations are really important and they can help you out tremendously. When I first started out, I used to be, I guess, kind of like a nice guy. I'd give people an extra grace period, wait around for them a little bit, and I've kind of been screwed over per se. And I started being more savage with my cancellations. When I would arrive, they'd get the notification, I'd wait, and the 5 minutes would expire, or whatever the countdown would be, and I'd text and I'd call, give them like an extra 2 minutes, and then they'd cancel. And if that happens, Uber may still charge them, but as a rider, I don't get to see any of that. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to put my foot down, I'm going to set some ground rules, and I'm going to stick to it. So that's really my first tip when it comes to cancellations, is set some ground rules for yourself. I like to say just be savage about it. So for UberX and for Lyft and possibly some of the other rides, if you guys up in New York, if you guys ride for Juno, let me know if it's the same. But for UberX and the regular Lyft tier, there's a 5-minute waiting period as soon as you arrive. So you pull up, and this is something I like about Uber. Lyft corporate, if you're watching this, take some notes. Uber will notify the rider right as you're pulling up. Actually, even before that, they'll notify them, like, I think it's like within 100 yards. And that way, you don't have to switch on the app and then switch that you've arrived. Lyft, I don't know why you guys wait for us to like be right by the pin and then we have to go into the app and click it. I don't like that. Like, as soon as we get in the circle, I feel like it should be like, okay, boom, we've arrived. Go ahead and let them know. Regardless, so for regular Lyft and regular Uber, as soon as you arrive, they get the notification. You have 5 minutes. Now, Uber corporate, here's some note taking for you. Lyft will automatically start the 5-minute countdown. Uber does not. I don't know why. Maybe Lyft like patented it or something, but Uber, I wish they had a built-in countdown system. Now, when I'm driving for Uber, as soon as I am parked and I'm arrived, I will send them a text that I have arrived. This does, multiple things. Mainly, it notifies them that I'm there, where I am. I usually say, hey, this is your Uber. I'm at, insert the name of the location. And then I'll also tell them the color of my car. They can see the make, the model, and your name. But for some reason, they can't see the color. Lyft, you can. Another thing I like about Lyft that I wish Uber would do. Anyway, I don't want this to be a rant of like, Uber sucks, Lyft sucks. But if you guys are watching this from corporate, that'd be cool if you guys could, combine them. I hope Juno does that. That'd be sick. That'd be sick. Juno's just gonna like kill everything. Anyway, so I'll send them that text, and then I'll pay attention to the time that text gets sent, because that's gonna be my 5 minutes. So if I send it at, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, as soon as 4:05 hits, I'm canceling the ride if I've not gotten a text or anything back. So you get your 5 minutes, and then usually around like the last 30 seconds, if I feel like it's gonna be like a good ride, like if it's really early in the morning and I feel like it's gonna be an airport ride, I'll call them and be like, hey, just want to let you know I'm here. Just wanted to see where you're at, see how long you think it's gonna be. Now, if they don't answer, then I'm out of there. I'm not gonna risk them canceling the ride, still being charged, but as a driver, not seeing that money. So once that 5 minutes is up and I don't feel like it's gonna, turn into anything, then I'll cancel and then I'll get that payment for it, which is nice. For Uber Pool and Lyft lines, I am extremely savage. Uber Pool and Lyft lines, you guys get a 2-minute countdown, and I am very strict on that. I will pull up, I'll send the text, and I will just sit there and watch that clock tick down, have that cancel button ready. And it's not so, I know there's a lot of hate for Uber Pools, and Uber Pools can actually be really good if you know how to work them. More like if you get really lucky. I've made like a $40 Uber Pool run before. That was really cool. But like, I'm just not going to waste my time, because Uber Pool riders, I don't know if you guys know about the countdown time, but it's just, you guys need to be ready, because, it's it's not the best for us drivers. You can definitely get screwed over on an Uber pool. So I stay really strict with Uber pools. Um, and then also, if I'm pulling up to an apartment complex, especially, or if the apps haven't confirmed, I will usually confirm uh, like within 100, 200 yards that I'm there. This is really, I think, in my opinion, I think it's smart because it kind of just makes sure everybody's ready. If they're out there waiting for you and they don't see you, then they can be like, oh, hey, just want to see where you're at. Usually, I do a lot of work in the suburbs, and usually they're still in their house, getting ready. If you confirm early, then they're like, okay, I need to hurry, and everybody's just ready to go. Apartment complexes with gate codes and stuff, as soon as I get to the gate code, and if you haven't texted me your code, I will confirm that I'm there. Because I cannot tell you how many riders will not send the drivers the gate code to get in. I know, it slipped my mind before as a rider, but riders, please, 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 if you live in any gated community that needs a code, let your driver know. Text us, call us, something, because it'll save us both time. And I hate being that guy in the long line who's just blocking it, because that's when I'll just move out of the way, and I'll wait for the 5 minutes after I've texted you and I've called you, and if you still haven't, goodbye. So, riders, please give us the heads up. But yeah, confirm that you're there early. All right. So here's something else that's happened to me when you cancel a confirmed ride. So what that means is, here's the story. So I was picking up some people from church, and I arrived. The guy was already outside there waiting. Said, "Hey, how's it going?" He's, good. My mom, she's coming out in a little bit. I have some stuff. Can I put it in your trunk? Yeah, sure. Let me open it up, pop it open for you. So they started putting stuff in my trunk. He's like, okay, I'm going to get my mom. I was like, cool. So I come back into my driver's seat. Go ahead and confirm that I picked them up, because I assumed since they put their stuff in my car that they're going to ride with me. Lo and behold, and maybe this is my fault for, assuming, but they took like 2 or 3 extra minutes to get in. I wanted to get paid. Lo and behold, the guy comes back out and he says, hey, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to waste your time, but we're going to have to cancel the ride. Something came up. So I was like, okay, that's fine. So I go into the app and I'm looking for the cancel button. Well, if you've confirmed that the ride has already started, you can't cancel it. I'm sure there are a bunch of reasons for that. I'm not really going to get into it, but this is basically what I did. So I said, okay, that's fine. Just hang on for a second. What I believe I have to do is I believe I have to confirm that I've dropped you off. Now, I'm sure there are other ways to handle this, but this is what I did. Told them, hey, I have to complete the trip. Now, we haven't moved anywhere, but there is a minimum amount that Uber always charges. It's usually $5. So I was telling him, you might be charged $5. But what I'm going to do, since you guys didn't go anywhere, and this is just my customer service, because I don't believe people should be charged for a service that they haven't received. I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write you a fare review, and you can also write a fare review as well. In the fare review, I'm just going to say exactly what happened, tell Uber not to charge you, and that you guys didn't go anywhere. So I feel like Uber likes that. They just like honest drivers. I didn't get paid. It was a waste of my time. I drove there. Nothing happened. But I'm sure they appreciated it, and Uber appreciates the honesty. But that's my course of action when I cancel a confirmed trip. Now, if someone cancels in the middle of a ride, this is really important. Shout out to Uberman. I watched his video on this, and this is a good point. You cannot do that unless they want to restart a trip because of insurance. You will not be covered by Uber's insurance or Lyft's insurance or whoever as soon as you turn the app off, which is important because if you get in an accident, you got people in your car, and something happens, it's not good. So make sure if they want to cancel in the middle of the trip, tell them what you're going to do, and tell them that they need to request another ride if they want to continue riding with them. I know this happens a lot during late night pickups when a bunch of buddies get in the car and they're like, oh, yeah, drop them off here, then drop them off here, There's nothing wrong with that. I actually like doing that because I get paid more as long as you put your foot down and say, hey, just request another ride. Tell them why. Insurance will cover you. they don't agree, then I'm sorry, dude. That's pretty big deal. I don't want anything to happen. I don't want to take a risk. And you know, if they keep giving you trouble, I'll probably make a video about that, about how to handle a difficult writer. But you know, just lay your foot down. Cool. So I hope this video wasn't too long for you guys, and I hope I helped out a lot of you with cancellations. And I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, take care and drive safe.